It's Friday. It's been an amazing, incredible, crazy week, but we are here to at least see everyone, say hello. Because when we shift the time 3 or 4, 8 times during a week, we mean
Yeah.
it when we land on that 9th time that we will
Yeah.
be here at least for the show. Welcome everybody to Prep Talk Live, episode 87. We're 13 episodes away from 100.
We're
We're 3
we're
months.
almost there.
We're like the end of summer. It, like in theory, would be like 100th episode. I don't know what we do for that, but anyway, we'll put a pin in that. We'll revisit that. Welcome to Prep Talk Live, everyone. I'm Casey with Cascadia Dispatch. Joining me, as usual, 99.8% of the time, is Ttoo, the Urban Prepper. Ttoo, what is up other than you've been growing a beard? What's happening here?
My wife has been telling me not to, because I normally try to keep it a little more trim, but she's telling me to kind of grow it out, and so I'm trying to. But then it's exposing some gray hairs and stuff, which is, but we'll see. So I'm toying with it, but it's so itchy it bothers me. So
it is a transition.
Yeah.
I think. But yeah, is it because like you want you to go full rip and just really embrace the character?
I think she wants the rip beard, and then she said, "Well, why don't you wear a cowboy hat more often?" And so I don't know what she's trying to do.
Exactly. Now she's gotten you like one of those onesie things, but it's actually just like a leather vest and the whole thing. Okay, I got it.
So I don't know, that's what's going on there for the beard's coming along. We'll see if maybe feedback if people like it or not, or if they want me to trim it up a little bit. But yeah, sorry for the login problems. I had to reset the whole of my laptop for whatever reason. So.
That's okay. There was a big, I think it was,
Someone said I had a hot date, and then someone said I'm running up.
Big Ross had it correct. There's usually a 10-minute window before we actually start.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Yeah, and if by 10 minutes you mean several days, I mean also true. True.
Yeah, this week's been a little crazy for me. It's like we're wrapping up the year and there's all sorts of things going on in the evenings. I like Kevin Michaels. God, this tune goes hard. The Prep Talk Live intros music is it's a bumper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we we're not Taylor Swift, but we try. We do what we can. That's what I've been doing all day today is listening to the new Taylor Swift album, all 31 songs on repeat.
I had no idea that there was a new album.
Look, and that's why I told you, because you would want to be aware. It is epic in all ways. And she is amazing with words. And there's Travis Kelce on there, and she gives Kim Kardashian. She uses code. Like speaking of prepping, she uses like a cipher code thing
like
for the Kim Kardashian. Yeah, she named the song a completely different thing, but then she capitalized specific letters. So when you put those letters together, it says Kim, and everyone knows that that's about her. So anyway, so that's what. Oh, and Big Ross has your back. Who's Taylor Swift?
Yeah, I keep track of this pop culture stuff.
Exactly. So we're gonna do about a half hour because it's a Friday evening, and we've already checked while we were in the green room, trying to get everything connected. That next Wednesday looks like it'll be good for both.
Good on next Wednesday. The following Wednesdays, have a little conflict there.
So we'll do like a full hour that next Wednesday or this coming Wednesday, and then and then we'll have to move it again for some stuff with Ttoo. We'll move it again for some stuff with me, and at some point, we'll be back on schedule because then we'll be in summer, and then all bets are off.
Maybe by the time that you're on break, I'll have grown the beard even more, and then I'll come full on rip outfit, and we'll see how it goes for the live stream. So
I want you to grow a wizard's beard.
Yeah, like a Gandalf type.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I feel like that would be excellent. So how's
the preps been going on your end?
Preps have been like, I don't know. Like we've been dealing with so much random, just life stuff in the last 2 weeks. There have been moments of prepping things that have happened, and then I've been like watching a lot of. Some of it's been more like in my head planning of ways to better organize like our worlds, especially when it comes to things like digital files and stuff. Because I've been on planes and all kinds of stuff. So I haven't really been home to, adjust shelves and things. So you work on the things that you can while you have those things. So I was like, okay, coming up with better ways of keeping files safe and secure, keeping things organized, identifying photos, clearing them off of my phone, some of that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But I have come across um, some really interesting things. I saw them on TikTok. I know we're all big fans of TikTok and all of that sort of thing. Yes, I
Yeah.
am, but I like the TikTok. And I'm sure they will be on Instagram in a couple of weeks.
I have a
Uh,
funny TikTok story once after this one, if I can remember.
um, yes, Casey the World Traveler. I did. I went to Paris. I went to Egypt. I went to New York. They were all in Las Vegas, but it was the same general idea, right? I mean, it's close enough, probably. So anyway, so I want to run those by you, but I want to know how you are doing. What prep related things have you been up to?
I'm getting ready for. I know last time we touched base. I'm getting ready for the Great Purge in the Tup household, where
Excellent.
I think I told you last time I've been putting yeah, sticky notes on the trash and or
Yep.
stuff that I say is trash, and hey, this will be gone by May 1st. I gave it a month's warning. Hey, move this or it's going to be gone. There's some stuff that are still there, and so the Great Purge is about to happen as of May 1st, and so I'm going to be getting a whole dumpster, and I got to clear some stuff out. I need to reorganize everything, like the closet, my the garage. I want to do an overhaul of my preps in the organization, clear some stuff out, and so that's happening. The countdown has begun. So come like mid-May, I think there'll be some internal battles that normally happens on these kind
Of
of
course.
moments, but I think it'll be for the best. I've been pretty unhappy with the state of my junk drawer. I did videos on this, and now it's been dumped out by the family. So it's an ongoing struggle for that. But I'm
Yeah.
also working on a couple modifying some different bug out bag projects and some additional medical kit stuff, because keep coming back to the roots, and those are all. Well, I've never used my bug out bag. I use the medical kits all the time, and I'm doing some customization on those.
Well, that's excellent. So yeah, that actually reminds me when you were talking about fixing bug out bags. So one of the
Yeah,
things that I got while I was in Las Vegas was a new backpack. Because we were shopping around. My wife saw a really nice bag that she wanted. So it's one of our weird little traditions. When we go to Las Vegas, we get a little bag for her while we're there.
yeah,
And she was like, you should get, the last time we were there, I got like a sling bag for myself that was a little nicer for business, or if we were out on the town and she didn't want to have her purse, then I would have something that kind of went with an outfit. And we were talking, and normally I have like my messenger bag that's 5'11" and very tactical. And she's like, if you're working or like, maybe we should get you something that looks a little bit nicer. So I got
yeah,
like it's a black leather backpack. And one of the things that I was thinking about was creating kind of like an executive get home bag. And I use the
mm,
term executive loosely because it's just more of like a corporate get home bag or something like that, more of a refined kind of preps that could go into something that maybe it looks a little nicer into, if you were in the middle of a meeting or something, nobody would see, like tactical pouches and things like that.
yeah,
But how to make it so that if you can't have more of a tactical or even a larger backpack with you when you're, say, in a meeting or something like that, how can you still have some of those preps available to you?
yeah. Yeah, I've made a switch a while ago. I've still been going the sling bag approach for it, and I do have
Mhm.
my rescue me here, which is kind of looks a little preppy like,
Yep.
but for the most part, it's no one ever questioned. They never think that I have a bunch of preps and stuff in there. But yeah, I think going gray man for the office is definitely the way to go. I've never experimented with like a go bag briefcase like like a lawyer or something like might have, but that might be kind of a fun project.
Yeah.
I had to switch backpacks on something on another kit because I tried out this one backpack. I won't name the brand, but it
Okay.
and it failed on me. It's been ripping, and I'm unhappy with it. So I went back to a VanQuest one. Yeah, VanQuest had to come in and save the day, and because I know that one's sturdy enough. So
Yeah.
uh,
You should name it so that then, like, maybe you get another one. Maybe they
Well,
would see this of the
uh,
dozens of people that watch it and be
yeah.
like, "Oh, wait a minute, the Urban Prepper had our bag and it broke? That's not
Yeah, it
okay.
broke. Yeah,
That's
I
not
usually try not
acceptable."
to post bad reviews, if, 'cause but
Because you don't want to be Marquise Brownman or
yeah,
I forget
I
his
don't wanna
last name. It's
bad mouth, but
Brownson or something,
I
but
will good mouth, Vanquist, it's never ripped on me, and also, Vertex and all the other ones that we all like. Those ones don't
yeah.
fail on me, but this particular one that I was given a shot, it failed on me, and not happy.
That's disappointing. You're gonna have
Not
to tell
cool.
me off air which one it
Yeah,
was, so
not
I make
cool.
sure I don't buy it.
Okay.
Or if I did buy them, then I can return them.
I was gonna
Uh,
say, on TikTok before I forget, I keep, trying to sometimes it's hard to go to sleep, and so I'll be scrolling TikTok in the middle of the night type
mm-hmm.
thing, and I
Yep.
keep I don't know how to call it, pillow messaging random preppers in the middle of the night because I fell asleep with my TikTok, and I'll send who knows what video it is, but I keep sending these random videos to preppers, and they're like, what is this?" And I sent one
It's
on it was like a wrestling old school wrestling one, and then there was some other random videos, and they're like, yeah, question mark. I think a pony
you
girl
should
or
just write, just express what, just hey you up.
yeah.
Just say that instead of sending these like body slamming videos
Well,
or
it's like it's just a
choke
video. There's no
slamming
message on
video.
it.
Yeah,
There's no
exactly. We
message. It's
all
just a random video, and they're like,
look.
"Why is Top sending me this video on
We know.
whatever?" Yeah,
We know why you're sending it. We understand. Yes,
yeah.
we all know.
And so I've
We
had to go
all
on this
know.
campaign of apologizing to so many people. Hey, I'm so sorry that I sent this video. I didn't mean to. I fell asleep on my with my phone, and I guess I'm just in my sleep. I'm just pressing send to people.
Exactly. I'm sure it's an accident. I'm
It's
sure it's just
no problem.
completely unrelated to
I think
anything.
Amy Fresh has gotten the most. I think over the past year, and
I don't know that we should say that out loud.
yeah. Well,
That's
it's true.
fantastic.
It's
I
true.
get the alerts whenever you're active. I get the
Yeah,
like, oh, Tup's active alert, and then you
yeah.
don't send me anything, and then it just hurts my feelings
There's
to
more
know
and
that
more good
you know.
prepping TikTokers out there. I've been enjoying
Yes.
like they're starting to infiltrate the TikToks out there, and they're pretty
Hmm.
good.
There are a lot of them. And that's actually so that's what my big thing this week that I started pondering was I saw two TikToks back to back.
Yeah.
As the algorithm tends to give. And one I thought was good, and then the other one kind of blew my mind a little bit. And I was like, all right, I got to bring this up at top. So the first one I found was it was a guy who had a Raspberry Pi
Hmm.
and he had installed internet in a box. And initially, when he said it, I thought that that's what he was calling the unit. But it sounds like there's actually a file that you can download called
Okay.
Internet in a Box. And you install it on a Raspberry Pi. And he had the whole description of all the hardware you needed and all the different ways to put it together. But it's it basically creates a Raspberry Pi that works as a hotspot and
Okay.
you turn it on, and then anyone in the neighborhood could access that hotspot and access the data that's on it. And this internet in a box is like downloaded Wikipedia, downloaded all these other things with
Hmm.
some sort of an HTML framework that makes it accessible. And it was, I guess, designed to go into like remote, I don't know if it was third world countries or just remote areas, but places where villages didn't have access to internet, and they could basically put this Raspberry Pi with a solar charger attached to it and get internet for the villages. And I was like, well, that is super cool. And I totally need to figure out how to make one of those and try it out.
Yeah, I've seen similar things like that. I don't. I mean, I have like the backup Wikipedia that I
Yeah.
update it annually, but it's more for like a SD card. It's about like 120 gigs that you need for Wikipedia. But I'm curious on what other things they have for like your internet hotspot, like because
Yeah. Well, and he said there was medical stuff. So I don't know what's all in the file. So one of the things that I need to figure out, I've never built like a Raspberry Pi or anything,
yeah,
but I was like, okay, this might be worth trying it out and see if I can make it work. Because you've been talking about, the I don't remember what the sticks are called, but the mesh network
yeah,
that you
code
wanted to have in
tenants,
your
yeah,
neighborhood.
yeah,
Yeah, and I was like, okay, this sounds like something that would be right up Tup's alley
it is
to
up my
put in
alley.
the
Yeah,
neighborhood. And then I saw something that just totally was next level. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. It's a guy and he has a computer in a box. So he took like
Mhm.
a Pelican box and he's got a screen in it and a keyboard. And I don't know exactly. And I think it's running a Raspberry Pi because all of these things run Raspberry Pis.
Yep.
But he put Llama, which is the Meta, I believe it's Meta's open source language processing model like ChatGPT,
Yep.
into the box. So
Now that would be cool. That's
you can ask it questions and it will then search all of the data. And so he was like, how do I construct my solar array with these
Mhm.
panels? And it gave him the wiring diagram and the description. And he was like, you could put all of this information in. I was like, okay, that is even cooler if you could
Yeah.
do that.
That's pretty amazing. Yeah.
So that's like my new. So he sells his as like a whole kit. It's like $700 for the box with the monitor. Everything's all hooked up and ready to go.
Mhm.
The other guy with just the internet in a box had he just has the list of all the parts. So you just go buy whatever the parts are and you put it together. And so what I'm curious about is I wonder if you could take, and this is for my tech geeky friends, which I'm going to ask
And
some of them later.
Big Ross is posting some of the hardware there in the chat room. I
Yeah,
see.
exactly. How to put Llama on a Raspberry Pi. Because I feel like if you had this internet in a box platform and you put Llama on the Raspberry Pi to interface with it, that might give you kind of the information that you're looking for and allow it to be a networked chatbot or something like that.
Yeah.
So
I think it's
I was like,
that's
that
pretty.
seems like next level.
That is next level. It sounds awesome. I've actually been avoiding a lot of those kind of techie type projects just because I will just totally dive into it and not get other things done. But man, that would be so handy. Well, like if you had like a AI type assistant during like a grid down scenario with like a kind of mesh network in the neighborhood, I could see a lot. I mean, so many applications on how that would be cool. I'm gonna look up what Big Ross is posting there for the TT Go module
Yeah. The
on the board. Yeah,
Kaylin has the important thing. Um, put the Raspberry Pi on the Llama. A
yeah,
llama can't stand on the Pi unless it's a huge one. That
yeah.
is
That's
very
true.
true.
That's true.
Um, so one of my friends actually, he is a software tech guy that
Yeah.
comes up. He creates all kinds of really smart, cool things, and then shows them to us. And then he's actually building an app for people who are interested in wine, and it um allows you to keep track of like where you've gone tasting and what you like and what you don't like and where you've been and all that sort of stuff.
Wow.
Called Vino Seeker for anybody who is into wine. And it's very cool. So we've watched it kind of go, and it's launched now, and then the wineries will tell you what it is. But anyway, he's built a bunch of stuff with Raspberry Pis, like really cool video, photo display things and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to meet up with him later this evening, and I'm going to ask him, how do
Oh,
I put
cool.
Llama on a Raspberry Pi? Because he actually has been toying around with the idea of taking Llama and putting it on his, like on the family computers, using that to replace like Alexa in their house or Google Home or whatever, and then creating these little seed um AIs that he can give to family members. So it would have the the knowledge of the family kind of built into the model, so that
Oh,
then when
wow.
like kids graduate or somebody moves away or whatever, you could give them this model that was already tailored and knew the family and all that
Wow.
sort of stuff. So he's very smart.
That's pretty slick.
Yeah. So but now I'm gonna go bug him about how do I put Llama on a Raspberry Pi.
And then we'll get an update later then on
Yeah,
how that's looking.
exactly. Yeah.
I try to keep an eye
Yeah.
on the chat room. There's like we're talking about one thing, and then I see stuff about umbrellas and shade cloth and for their
The
decks and
chat room does its
lattice.
own thing.
They're kind
you
of doing
need
their own thing a little bit.
this is why you need to join our streams live, because like the
Yeah,
chat is a whole different experience.
it's a whole other animal.
It's like
Like
come for us and stay for the chat room.
Igor's asking about how much time since the Nuns grave cleaning, or I
Oh,
that's been a done project for a while. Actually, they've been investing into more of it and showing it off to people right now. I For a lot of when I do like a charity or like community type things, so sometimes it feels weird like filming it and like putting it on YouTube. Like you kind of want to do those things in silence, I think. And so I'm working on a on unmarked child grave cemetery right now, where it's a bunch of babies from a long time ago that have no names, or it's like no one's taking care of it, and I'm working on a project to restore that one. So I just haven't posted any of them because sometimes it's easier to do projects when you're not also thinking about how to post it on YouTube. So but that's the update on that.
yeah. Yeah.
I never
YouTube
like those videos
amazing.
like when you see on TikTok where someone's like giving, like there's like like a homeless person or something, and they're like doing something nice for a
Yeah.
video. It feels like, yeah, so you got to do that without the video. Like, uh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would
That's just
agree
my that's just
on
my
that
thing.
part. I would
Yeah,
agree on that part. So it looks like we're talking about gardening,
there's bees or
and
shade.
shade and umbrellas and shade cloth netting or canvas.
My wife
Um,
is doing full on like gardening right now, and it's like she's gearing up, and she's going to different places. She's upgrading and more of her. Again, I can't. She's kind of took me out of the equation for a lot of this, so she's again planting like 100 pepper plants that we can't use. And then she's in constant battle with the deer, and we're going to be adding I think we're finally going to be putting our enclosed fence in the backyard to finally put an end to, hopefully put an end to her deer battles, and that's going to be happening in a couple months, which would be, oh, should be cool. But yeah, she's planning out her different things that she's growing. She's going full, all in on it.
yeah, she does go all in on that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I was realizing the other day, I walked out to my office and was checking on chickens and everything, and then we have garden beds back there.
yeah,
And I have not tended to the garden yet because we just have not had time. So I've watched the weeds growing and growing and growing. Um,
yeah.
and I noticed the other day that the asparagus were starting to come through, but they had been hidden by how high the weeds were in those
Ooh,
planter boxes. So
yeah,
now the asparagus is like way up and starting to kind of branch out. So
yeah.
I'm keeping an eye on the other ones. But hopefully this weekend, if it's nice, I can kind of get those cleared out and then start to get some actual seeds for things that we would like to go in there and make that happen.
Oh, did we get our first
Oh, a
our spam
bot?
from Twitch?
Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, it is. It's from Twitch.
It's
It's
Twitch,
from
Twitch
your
bot.
Twitch.
It's from my Twitch. Sorry for bothering you. I want to also.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow, that's how you know you're getting.
it's a
It's getting
very
big.
polite bot.
Very polite.
Very polite bot.
Now, whenever I talk to someone on like for chat, help tech support, I always have to, hey, are you a bot? Are you this is human? And but yeah,
Um,
big
yeah,
lives.
Big Ross. Yeah. That's not shade. That's a fact.
Yeah,
That is a fact. 110%. Yes,
yeah.
my wife wears the pants and anything else that she would like in our house. Um, she is 100%. That is true. Yeah,
The only
that is
time my
not a.
wife wears she wears the Mira safety gas mask with with you know, the hardcore filters for her pepper when she's dehydrating
Well,
her
it
pepper.
was your anniversary weekend. I mean, what
It's
did you
kind of
expect?
romantic. Yeah, it's a
I
romantic. And
mean,
Mother's Day is coming up, so maybe she needs a new like gas mask for it. For
yeah, or like the full suit,
yeah,
or
she has that. She doesn't like wearing the full suit. I don't know why, but
maybe like the Dexter, like
yeah,
plastic
kill room,
sheeting
the kill
with
room.
the
Yeah.
things that stick it to the ceiling and all of that.
Yeah, we have that. I have that. I have a whole
Hmm.
kit for my Dexter kill room, and with the sticks to stick it up to the ceiling. So we're ready for that. Was our pandemic kit
I
before
feel
before
like
that's before COVID too, when that was made.
I feel like you should 100% never refer to it as your Dexter kill room
Yeah,
while talking about all the things that you have ready to go. Just
yeah.
I'm ready
Did we
to
just get
hack
banned
some
already?
people.
Did we get
Yeah, exactly.
a pink? Yeah,
Uh,
that's a good idea. I bet that'd be popular.
yeah, yeah, or like the Tiffany blue.
Yeah,
I've seen there are some instruments that I have seen advertised at locations like Cabela's and some of those places where you can get them in black or tan or Tiffany blue.
Yeah. I wonder if
Mhm.
they could have like a bling, like like the. I don't know if if bling is still popular, where you glue, hot glue the flame on
Bedazzle
the
'em.
cups and stuff. But you could do that to your gas mask. I think that'd be kind of cool.
I wonder though, you'd have to be careful though with that because if you're using hot glue and it's heated, would
Yeah,
that change or potentially
maybe.
damage the integrity of the plastic?
Maybe if we did, these are the kind of tests that we need to find. We need to find out.
Yeah, I feel
I,
like
I
they're
have some.
the sort of tests for how expensive the masks are. They're the type of tests we need to call Mira and be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
have you guys ever?" Like,
I just talked to Amira, and I have to. Well, I have some. I'm looking at them, some smoke filters that I want to test out, but it's hard to test this. I like have to light something on fire and then try to. I'm trying to figure out the best way of testing these carbon monoxide or these smoke filters without killing myself. But we'll see.
um,
These are.
wait until this summer when the wildfires start again,
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to
and
get
then
in
just
prepare to have the video out before then, but just to test these ones out. But I need like I also don't want to get in trouble from the fire department or get the cops called on me for, hey, this guy's making
yeah,
a YouTube video lighting things on fire.
yeah.
Hey, Mira, do
Yeah,
you
I
have
mean, I
any
don't.
bedazzled masks? That's funny.
Yeah,
Bling pepper.
exactly.
The pepper phone. Yeah, pepper phone is right here. It's
Yeah. The next step from bougie prepping
the bougie.
is
Yeah, bougie
bling
prepping the
prepping.
bedazzled mask. Yeah,
Yep, yep. We're not too far away from that. 100%.
well, prepping's becoming more
Actually,
and more mainstream, and maybe that's like the next step is the color. The Tiffany blue and the pink one and the
mhm.
bedazzled and all those
I
kind of
guess
things.
bedazzling would give it extra grip.
Well, I think
Yep.
for like the kids and stuff, my daughter hates putting the mask. I like she'll like cry if I hey, let's test out the gas masks, and she hates it. But if it was like a unicorn gas mask or something like that, I bet she would put it on. Like,
Oh, that's interesting. You know,
these are the things that mirror
it's
safety needs to think about there
yeah, yeah. I think,
for the kids.
like, can we add like googly eyes to
Yeah,
like the face shield or
that might.
could you use
Yeah,
like dry erase markers or something
that's
and
yeah
put a face on it?
something. I know it's been a problem within the Tup household for the kids gas mask, and I also tried. They had this one. It was like more like an inflatable kind of bubble mask, and
Yep.
Uh, I I was trying to do a video for that, and my daughter just would not do it, and it was a problem. So I had to
Did you
send
ever
that one
watch
back.
the movie Chicken Little that came
No, but
out, I
I
don't
used to
know,
like Chicken
15 or
Littles
20
over at
years ago?
KFC back in the 90s. But
Yeah, well, they had one of the characters in there was like a fish. It was an animated movie. It's
yeah.
actually pretty good, but it's an animated movie, and one of them was a fish, and he would wear like a fish tank on his head because he was a fish,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah. I know
couldn't,
what you're talking
and he would
about.
run around with that on. Like it reminds me of the Mira thing. It was like,
Yes,
okay, well, they're like little fish tanks.
yeah. That's I haven't thought about that for a long time, but yeah, I remember that for sure. So, but that's
Uh,
exactly what their setup was like. Yeah, someone said that. Yeah, we all
Pony
the
Girl.
masterminds are here tonight. Yeah.
I feel like that's a Taylor Swift reference. I feel like that was a Taylor Swift reference that you were trying to sneak by Tup.
Is
But I
that a
think I
song
caught it.
lyrics? Is that song lyrics I don't know
Uh,
about?
but yeah, she has many song lyrics about being a mastermind.
Oh.
Yes, yes.
Oh, a
So
Master
that.
Chief mask. Big. That is a great idea. Like if you had like,
Hmm.
whoa, what a good idea. Because I bet
Yeah.
these kids would wear it. Like if you had a Darth Vader mask, they probably wear it more than they would some of
Oh yeah.
these kind of Cold War looking masks, like
Well,
which are
even
scary.
like Spider Man or so. Like I mean, just license all the characters from everything. Isn't that what happens now? Like you just come up with a product and then go license it to
Yeah.
Marvel and DC and Star Wars and everything else, and then
Well, they
sell it.
have their masks in the movie Tenet, which I don't know if saw that one. That one came out during like COVID, and I
Mhm.
remember going to the movie theater with my gas mask, which they all thought I was creepy. But this is for YouTube purposes.
To be clear, you were creepy. That was
It was,
very creepy. Going to a movie theater with your
yeah.
gas mask on just
Dur-
screams
During
like,
COVID, and everyone else had like their normal masks, and I was going full on that one.
mhm.
My wife is like, "You're embarrassing me."
Yeah, no, it's a whole nother level right
Make the
there.
mask fun, and kids would wear it. You're right, yeah,
Yeah, make anything fun, and the kids will do it.
yeah.
I think that's one
I
of the
might
big
wear it.
that's one of the big themes I think that we see with prepping in general is like if you make it fun,
Yeah.
then your kids will be interested in it and they will continue to ask and do those things or do the things and not realize that they're prepping. They'll just think that they're fun things to do,
Yeah.
as
Because
opposed to just telling them.
as soon as I bust out I don't know
Mhm.
why, but as soon as I bust out my pandemic preparedness kit with like my gas mask and stuff, they freak out.
Mhm.
Like they get my
Because
daughter.
it's a
But
big skull and crossbones
yeah, that's it.
on
And it
there.
has like my nuclear survival skills book is in there and the iodine pills and everything. And for some reason they don't. It's not a fun activity for
Yeah,
for
they're just
training
like,
purposes.
why are we preparing for the end of the world
Yeah,
today?
my neighbors
It
think
was
I'm
supposed to go to
crazy. I
bed.
know, but for all these kind of
I mean,
random.
most people think we're crazy.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
That's a standard thing.
Yeah.
Um, all right, very
Well,
cool.
I'm kind of keeping an eye more on
Well,
some of this chat room type stuff. So, yeah, I'm
yeah,
hoping. I'm gonna do my purge. I'm gonna start off with. I have a major office purge that I need to do and reorganize. I'm gonna be. I finished all like the tax stuff, so now I'm gonna have to get some
good
things
for
a little
you.
bit organized. That was a big stress reliever. So now I'm gonna do a purge of the office first, and then I'm gonna branch out come May for the full house purge with the dumpster.
Oh, very nice. The dumpster. Yeah, whenever you get the dumpster, that's how you know you're serious.
Yeah, that's what there's just a lot of stuff that I mean, it's been like years since we've used like it's been if we've never even thought about it for 10 years, do I really need it? So
Yeah,
I still want to do the prepper garage sale though too. So I don't.
I think you should do that. I think we should get like a bunch of preppers together and do it all at once and
It'd
do
be
like
pretty awesome.
yeah,
It's
I
like
think that would be
season for garage
fantastic.
sales. I haven't done a garage sale for years, so it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I think there's something to it. I
Yeah.
think we'll look into that. All right,
Okay.
everybody. Well, we are gonna call it a night for tonight because
It's Friday. Yeah.
It's Friday, and we're just gonna call it a week.
It's nice weather in the Northwest too. I don't know how it is
Yeah, it's
for other
like
people, but
75, I
yeah,
think.
it's blue
I have
skies. It's
my thing over here would show me, but there's a picture of a horse with the snow or something, and so the white writing is not telling me how it's 70 degrees.
yeah.
So, well, thanks everybody. We will see you next week on Wednesday,
Let's see.
barring anything crazy. But as we sit right now, we will be forecasted for Wednesday at normal time, for a normal length show and the whole thing. And then hopefully maybe even Sutton's Days and sustainable prepping. Maybe we get everybody in on that one.
Yeah, just the ladies.
Yeah,
By the way,
exactly.
Big Ross, the electric Pee Wee Herman bike. We need that is a great idea. Wow.
Hmm. Big
Man,
Ross
that
has
was
had
cool.
some big ideas today.
Big Ross is just like knocking it out on this stream. So
Yeah. Wow. And then he goes, okay, we'll see you next Thursday.
yeah,
That's
Wednesday, right?
wow. Well, no, but he's saying Thursday because he's trolling us because he was the one at the
Oh,
beginning that said, oh, it's 10 minutes
yeah,
here or there. It'll be yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
We compliment, and then the troll comes.
Yeah, exactly. All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thanks a lot. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.